bad.
No, not bad.
All right.
Wait, I need my festive hat.
Yay, festive hats.
You want a festive hat? There's lots over here.
Oh, I got mine is festive enough, I'm sure.
Fair enough.
What do we got here? Let me try to get on. Oh my goodness, I have to get rid of all of these notifications. Good, nobody's with us yet. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hold on, I'm coming.
We're getting there slowly but surely.
Yes.
Sorry that I have no voice. We did car karaoke the other day.
That's all right. We'll get there. All right, and it's on mute, so I don't have to hear myself. Yay! Hi. Okay, so we're coming on live. I know we're early. We're like an hour early, so I apologize. Hi. Sue.
Hello.
And Tina. Hi. We're coming on because my niece Eliza, I've been saying is in town, and her adorable, cutest little baby in the world.
Yep.
Meadow is here, and so we figured we'd come on and we'd just kind of talk about some of the stuff that I can talk about with her that I never really had to go through when I was, love the hat.
Oh, hold on, I'll put it back on then.
When I was a young mother, I wasn't a pagan yet.
With Wi-Fi.
All right, we're back. Sorry, you guys know my internet.
Yeah.
So when I was a young mother, though, I wasn't a pagan yet. It wasn't until Joey was born with all of his unique issues that I started even investigating all that stuff. So we figured we'd talk about pagan parenting, and she trains service dogs.
Yes, I do. Pluto, up, pick him up.
You gotta show yourself, buddy. This is her service Great Dane. He's a mini horse.
He's taller than most mini horses. Yes, he's a very good boy.
Yes.
So if you want to talk about that, we can too. He's gone to a pagan festival with me, so I can tell you about the hell that was that. That was
loads of fun.
Yes, it was. I had like 17 different mediums try and come up and tell me he was different spirits of different things.
Oh, I
was like, you can't all tell me he's. One person came out, was like, he was a very wise old man. The other person came out, one person came out, was like, he was a very wise old man. The other person came out, he's like, he used to be a criminal. And I'm like, that's.
Come on! I don't believe that for a second. He's the gentlest little guy. Or big guy, whatever. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Look. Wait. Here. Let's wipe yourself.
Yeah, drool bib.
Be nice.
Looks great.
So, I was really hoping that she was going to be here for Samhain so we could, include her in our live ritual, but she's got to go because she has animals at home too.
I run a farm, so I got to make sure that they're all taken care of.
Has to take care of that. And at some point, we'll probably have Meadow come in here.
Huh? Oh, yes. She is
the cutest baby on the planet.
Perfect little baby. She's got a very pagan witchy name too. Meadow.
Yes, she does. Didn't
even plan that.
She does though.
Oh, our chat came back. Yay.
Yay. Hi, Luana.
Hey.
Good to have some new people on. I know because we're an hour earlier, hopefully. So, we have some different people that we don't usually get to catch live. So that's good.
That'll be nice.
And we'll rejoin our shadow work stuff tomorrow. We're getting near the end of the shadow work series, guys, just so you know, though, because there's only so much I can do to walk you through it. And then at that point, it's kind of about you.
Yeah.
So there is a couple other meditations and stuff that I have to help us out, but then it'll be
I should watch that because I suck at meditating, honestly.
Do you?
My brain goes like 1,000,000 miles an hour, and like if anybody makes any noise, I'm like, do they need water? Do you need food? What's going on?
The mama thing.
Yep.
Oh, I hear
Speaking of the baby.
So, hi, Marcia. Our guest is this is my niece, Eliza.
Hi.
And so we figured we could talk a little bit about what it's like to try to be a pagan parent nowadays. Meadow is, what is she, 18 months now?
No, she's 13 months.
Really?
She just turned 1 last month.
Wow.
I know.
She does really good for 13 months.
Yeah, she does.
She does really good.
And you should see like the energy and stuff. When I do circles and she's with me, she lights up completely. She loves it. Fire gets a little interesting.
And it's how nice though, because you are not going to suppress that.
No.
Most of us had parents who suppress any, connection that we had to the spirit world, and it'll be really cool to kind of see what happens.
Yeah. Pretty much what I tell people is I'm not gonna force her to be pagan, but
right.
I'm gonna people can raise their babies by taking them into Catholic churches or stuff, and that's okay. So why isn't it okay if I also practice and she's with me? If she gets older and decides she doesn't want to do it, you don't have to. I don't care. You can go do whatever you want, and I'll support you as long as you still love everybody. You're not hateful or anything like that.
That's right. Absolutely.
I love your service dog. I have a golden retriever for my he's a mobility dog. Awesome! Yay. I absolutely love other service dog handlers. It's always nice to see them out and about.
We just had a conversation about my lovely mother, who they all have heard stories about my mother before, and how she is not very understanding of what the service dog does, and she's like, just leave him home. Let's not take the dog with us today.
And then I'll die, so we don't do that.
No, let's not.
It's not I don't want to join the spirit world quite yet. That wouldn't be great.
And she was a nurse, so it is kind of disappointing that she's not.
And I gotta think she's at least interacted with them, when she was a nurse.
You would think. I don't know. Who knows? She knows everything, and nobody else knows anything. So
yeah, basically.
And this is what's really funny now. I have been talking about stuff with my mother for a while on the channel, and people have come up with their own stories about their mothers and stuff. And I keep thinking now, my mother knows I have a channel. She's seen and stuff. And I keep thinking now, my mother knows I have a channel. She's seen a couple videos, mostly I think just the one where I interviewed Joey. But so I keep thinking, she could watch it, but I know she won't.
Right.
So I'm like,
because we talk about witchy stuff.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to hear about that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
She has no idea. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. Marcia, how are you? I went to Holden Beach, North Carolina. Oh, yes.
Okay, yes. So
hi, Johnny. Good to have you here, Johnny.
I don't know anybody because
she does not, but that's okay. And Brenda made it. Hi, Brenda.
Hi, everybody.
So, let's you do circle work sometimes? Do you have other pagans around where you live?
No.
So solitary practitioner.
Yes. Originally when I lived in North Carolina, there was, I think, one person went to one maypole thing with me once. We did it in my backyard. And then she told me that it was a little too goofy for her to keep practicing, and I was like, so that okay, I guess. And then we got a lot. I could do a whole video on just the shit that happened to me in North Carolina when it comes to discrimination and when people find out.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. When I was in North Carolina too, the neighbors across the street would call the police and all that. So we have a question. You said you weren't pagan growing up. Were your parents supportive?
You were supportive.
She had Aunt Jenny.
Yeah, my dad wasn't unsupportive, but he just thought it was a phase I grew out of. I started practicing when I was 10.
Yeah.
We started, so it's been about 10 years. And my birth mom, who I'm no longer in contact with, no.
She's evangelical, right?
Yeah, she hit me with a Bible and broke my tooth when I told her I was pagan. So
Heather.
she was not supportive, but my dad was like, yeah, do whatever you want. I don't really believe in it, but he even bought me one of those pagan starter kits for my birthday one year. That was just that was bags of herbs that I didn't know what to do with, and I was put them together and make potions or something. And then I had Aunt Jenny, and we all kind of discovered it together, and then we just kind of went on our own paths from that. Because I went more towards solitary, and I have to be very minimalistic because I live with a roommate and I share a bedroom with my baby and all my animals.
And I am not minimalistic.
No, and there's an entire store here. So I'm gonna start hitting you up for stuff. You don't have to have any extra sandalwood or something like that, do you?
Right.
But I do. I told you that now I'm getting more back into it more now that my daughter's a little older. We've started doing making bones jewelry out of animals that died naturally. That I take as gifts, especially my familiar, who's a cat, Hubble, will bring me gifts all the time. Bring them right to my chest when I'm in bed.
Here you go.
And we've been, using those for rituals, so I've been getting more into doing stuff with bones, and I kind of have to teach myself, and It's been a lot of fun, but I had semi-supportive parents. Like one who didn't really care, my aunt who was like, "Oh, whatever you need, here," blah, blah. And then my birth mom who's psychotic in so many ways.
Yeah, my brother, I can see Jason being like, yeah, whatever you want, it's okay. He's kind of laid back in that way anyways.
Yeah, he was like, don't summon ghosts to the house.
Right?
And I was like, well, I'll try.
Exactly. What do we got? Yes, Nicole, we were early today. Sorry, we just, with Eliza having a baby and stuff, if you have a baby, you kind of go with the flow, and when it's ready to go, it's ready to go right now.
Pretty much threw her at my boyfriend and Joey and was like, here, I'm going to go talk to people.
Let's go. I grew up in South Alabama. All my family are very Southern Baptist, so I'm in the closet with the door locked. I understand your situation. Will you have a wickening for her?
I'm pretty sure we will. I want to do it. She's a little bit older. I want to do it here so that obviously you can be a part of it. I want to let her choose like her own name. I want her to be old enough where it's not going to be like Princess Sparkle Fart or something. Like you can do whatever you want, just like not after a troll or something. But yeah, we will. We'll do all that. I plan to start her own little altar. And then if, she grows out of it, whenever I have more kids, hopefully they'll be more into it. But
absolutely,
she'll definitely be getting everything she could need.
Luana, I do almost a daily live. I usually take 2 or 3 days off a week, depending on the week, and I try to let you know ahead of time when that is. Eliza, do you have what is your pagan name? Do you have a pagan name?
I actually just use Eliza for everything. Eliza's not my birth name. It's not my actual name, but I feel so much more connected to that. Then that's what I use for pretty much everything. If I'm doing a lot of different pagan-y things, then I'll usually go by something basic, which is Shadow, which I know is every 13-year-old girl's pagan name.
It's all right if you connect
I picked it when I was 13, so
that's right.
It's fine.
If you connect with it, that's
exactly.
fine.
But yeah, Eliza's not actually my real name, but that's just the one that I go by, and that's the one I feel more connected to. I also go by Eli occasionally. So that's my pagan and just my name, if that makes any sense.
Yep. Which is, I was saying to her, I'm trying to call her by that name more. It's hard, when you grow up and she's been my niece as another name for so long, and it's hard to, train in a menopause brain to get that over. But
and you're the only person in the family that's even oh, I'll try. Everybody else is well.
Yeah, that's not your name.
And I'm
I've heard that a lot.
Well, it is. It's everybody all my friends and stuff all know me by Eliza. So when my boyfriend was coming up here with me, I was like, by the way, you're going to meet my family. Also, that's not my real name because I forgot to tell him. And I was like, so they're all going to call me something else. Sorry in advance.
Whoops, sorry about that.
Because I go by Eliza so often. I've gone by it for 2-3 years now. So it's just
that's
second nature.
I had the same thing. When I chose my pagan name, instead of trying to make everyone call me that, I just incorporated it. So most of my family has heard the name Wind or has seen it because it's on my Facebook page and stuff. But that's a lot easier when you are completely out of the closet, though. So those of you who are in the closet,
in the broom closet.
Good luck. I know that can be a hard thing, but in some ways, I know some witches who will only use a name during ritual. That will not even say what it is unless they are in ritual.
I want to get to that point. But I also want to find a community near me and start my own little circle. I really want to get more into leading with people and trying to have us all learn together. And I want to do that. I want to have a name that's ritual only. That. But nothing's come to me yet. It takes me forever to name things. So.
And someone asked, let's talk about pagan names. How do you get one? I will tell you, Nicole, that I did a whole video, I think it was this summer, on pagan names and how the different ways to get one. You can, there's a million different ways. I chose mine off of a couple different things. Numerologically, there's ways that you can check the name that you choose to see if it goes with your essence numerologically, which is why mine is spelled differently. If you notice, Wind is spelled way different than anybody would ever spell that. And that's because I was making it fit numerologically.
See, I got mine, but I decided I wanted to change my name. I had like a list. Eliza was not on the list. But I had this huge list of like names I was trying to pick, and I had a dream where I was like in the woods and it was like on a tree. And then the next day my friend introduced me to the Hamilton musical. And it was in there too, and I love musicals, and I was like, all right, like I'll just get signs. Like I'm very roll with the flow when it comes to spirit. So I was like, okay, if it's Eliza, it's Eliza.
And absolutely, dreams, it can come to you in your dreams. Sometimes it's an animal that comes to you in your dreams, so it has something to do with an animal. A lot of ravens, a lot of fox, a lot of what else have I heard?
Wolf. I've heard wolf a couple times. I have a friend who calls himself Otter and Badger. Like I have friends that go by that. I love
otters. They are so cute, and they have one stone forever. How cool is that? The otters love stones. Yes. Sorry about that, Johnny. Okay. I have a witchy name, but I forget to use it when I do ritual. Yes, Brenda, it's all right. Our menopause brains are kind of the same. We've talked about that before, where it's like, oh yeah, wait, whoops.
I'll do that. So I'll be in the middle of chanting, and I'll be like, shit. Get out. It's fine. Close enough. Get out. Yeah, whatever it is.
Get out.
Latin, get out.
It's fine. I saw a meme or something recently that was like, so the first year that you're a pagan and everything has to be perfect, and then by the next year you're like, get the hell out of here. Do this differently.
I always tag you in those memes where it's like old witches who've been practicing or you bang pots and pans together and you're like, get out! Get out of my house!
Now.
Get out! Like, yeah, I've been doing it for 10 years.
Yep, that's right. My full-blooded Cherokee Indian name is Eagle Feather. Johnny, I didn't know that. I knew you were Indian. I didn't know you had a name for your Cherokee. That's good.
That's cool.
Spirit animal is wolf and eagle. Eliza, do you work with tarot cards?
I don't work with tarot cards. I use a lot of pendulums. I use a lot of crystals and stuff like that, or I did until I lost all of my stuff. However, a friend of mine is actually creating a tarot deck really soon. And for some reason, like it's been calling to me, and I really, really want to get it. It's all rat themed, and she's actually making a card with one of
rats.
I raised rats. She's actually making a card with one of my rats on it, and I didn't ask her to do that. Aww. She picked a random card, and it's one that means a lot to me. So I really, really want to get that deck, and I'm really excited about it. My roommate said she's gonna pick it up if I teach her how to do it and I give her a reading. So
yay! I love, as a matter of fact, I brought a bunch of cards with me, and I thought, we'll do it when we get to my house, because there was all kinds of stuff out at my mother's house when we went over today. So, I think, I'm trying to think. I've given you a couple readings at least.
I had you give me a reading when I was pregnant to tell me if I was going to have a boy or girl and what they'd be into. And you told me a tomboy girl, which was spot on because that girl will get into everything and she's sky-clad outside constantly. And you said that she'd love animals and music, and that's like her favorite things ever. And it was great. Like it was so scary accurate. I absolutely adored it.
I don't remember that. I mean, I remember kind of giving you a reading.
I sent you a message and I was like, please tell me she's not gonna be like, or bio dad, save me. And you were like, no, it's fine.
It's okay. It won't be like
okay,
that. I love my pendulums. All my working decks have one dedicated to them. That's a good idea, Marsha. I have a bunch of my decks. I'm not quite like, I don't know if Simon talks about having a crystal with his decks, but I don't know if he has one per deck, especially now he's got, 250 something decks he was talking about the other day.
Cow.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have one per deck either, but I do pick out, this is her service doggy.
Yes. If you guys have questions about service dogs or service dogs doing pagan things with you, I can also talk about that. Yeah. He's done rituals with me before, and he knocked over my candle once and almost messed everything up, and it was hilarious.
He is so gentle and sweet. Yes, he is.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I have some of my decks. Usually the decks that I'm working with a lot, I have a crystal that they like to go together. Yeah. But I have enough that I don't have one with all of my decks either. These are most of the ones on the right are tarot, and most of the ones on the left are oracle.
Granny's got jars downstairs for you that are full of crystals that you should go pick through. Because
Are you kidding me? She doesn't tell me that stuff.
Yeah,
You know, she says they're for me, but
I
then she
sought
doesn't
them
tell
out.
me.
I was looking for paint and found them on a whim and started going through them. I was like, crystals, oh my God, because I lost everything. And then she was like, no, those are for Jenny. And I was like, but I like them.
Oh, I'll give you some before you leave too. When we
I
go
was
back
like,
downstairs, remind me because
She's got crystal animals for you too. I saw those. Yeah.
I'll have to show you my crystal animal collection.
Oh, yes.
I have the whole collection.
I saw, like, I can find those out pretty quick. And I was going through her stuff and I was like, crystal, crystals.
Crystals.
All the witchy things.
He's beautiful. Oh, yes, Brenda says he's beautiful. What else was I just talking about? Totally menopause brain. I totally lost it. Squirrel. What?
Squirrel.
It went away. Pterodactyls, and then we were talking about something right after that. Something about
I don't remember.
name. Circle. We were talking about something about
Yes.
a circle. And he's joined you in Circle before?
Yes, he's joined me in Circle a couple of times. He went really
How does
poorly
he
the
do
first time.
with it, okay. I was just gonna say.
I'm doing
I
a
would
Circle.
think that would be really hard for a service dog.
Yeah,
to
I'm doing a
deal
Circle.
with everything that's going on.
Yeah, and the first time I had just gotten him, because we got him right before Samhain. So I did the Samhain Circle, like outside, all my candles. And of course, spirits decide they want to come say hi, especially during Samhain. And he jumped over my salt line, so he didn't break it, and started barking and like he was turning around in circles, like, bah, 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 bah. And I was like, stop, you're gonna freak him out. I was like, stop. So I like excused myself very briefly, threw him in the house, and my boyfriend at the time told me that he went to the window, and my dog does not bark, he doesn't, started howling as loud as he can because stuff was going on. Thankfully, as he's gotten older and he's been trained more, now I bring him in with me. Most of the time, spirits absolutely love him. He'll like roll on his back and start kicking his leg for no reason. I'm like, you getting tummy rubs? Tummy rubs from the other side. He did knock over my candle once and actually almost lit me on fire by accident.
What?
Because I had my old ritual dress on, which was very drapey. And so I caught the edge on fire, and I was like, excuse me, spirits. Oh, God!
Let me put this out really quickly.
I am not the altar candle.
Yes, he is so sweet.
I know, he just wants to.
Yes, he is. He's just so sweet.
And he went to a pagan festival with me. It went really well. We had a bunch of people do different blessings on him. They blessed his gear. You know, they're loving on. We had a bunch of psychics that tried to tell me his thoughts, and like, I was like, I'm pagan. I was like, I don't believe any of you.
I don't believe it.
Because they'd be like, yes, he's thinking this, and if you want more, it's $25. And I was like, I do psychic work too. You're full of shit. Like, I'm good. Pluto, you're stealing my spotlight, bud. He's like, he's like, big brother kiss. But yeah, he did really well at the pagan festival. It was just, he does better with pagan stuff than Med does. Med would rather play with everything, including offerings, and I'm like,
yeah, Med is. I do think she's a little witch in the making for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Right,
I love you too.
Come on, back up.
But she is definitely. I mean, my house is not real baby proof, but most of the time I don't mind when kids come, they pick stuff up. She is like, whoo, this is too cool. She is. Yep. It's all over. Woo.
Oh yeah, she especially
likes it.
Anything she can put in her mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. My crystal wand you got me, I'm sure at some point I'll send you a video of her just like chewing on it. I'll be like, stop. Stop it. Would you put your butt
So,
down?
yeah, her birthday is Thursday.
September 5th. Or my birthday. Oh yeah, my birthday is the 25th, which is
Thursday. I think it's Thursday.
I think it's Thursday.
And so we had her little party tonight, and I gave her an altar kit because she has lost like everything that she had before. So
thanks, ex-boyfriend.
I gave her one of my altar kits. So I'm trying to think who it was that really wanted that box, and I'm really sorry. The box with the witch on it that Peter did, but I said, well, I'll have Peter paint another one like that because I know a lot of people really liked it, but I gave it to my niece.
I'm painting something right now that's actually a box that I'm doing very water centered and stuff. So I'll give you that, and if anybody wants that, they can have that.
We can make an altar kit out of that.
Yeah.
And I know I haven't gotten my Etsy shop back up and running. I keep saying I am going to do it. It's easier for me to do the Etsy shop part in the wintertime when I'm stuck inside because, in the summer and fall and spring, I'm outside more, and it's a lot harder to do the Etsy shop because it's a lot of intensive. It's very work intensive. Etsy
Oh, yeah.
is.
I'm gonna run. Grammy wants me to run your and her shop. She wants me to move here just to help you. I was like, okay.
Getting her slowly but surely to come.
Yeah.
Of course, Grammy wants you to get rid of all your animals.
She wants me to get rid of all of my animals. And
his thoughts are that he wants food.
Yeah, basically.
I believe Brenda, yes.
He was like, everybody else had pizza. Like, no, you will get sick. But yeah, we're trying to figure out something that'll work so I can move over here. And then you'll see me a lot more because I'd be here a lot more.
Yeah, that would be very nice.
Yeah, it'd be very nice to get Meadow in this kind of culture.
Wouldn't it? That would be nice. And I will say too, now the boys, I'm trying to remember how old Frankie and PJ were when we started. They had to be like 13, 14, something like that. And Frankie still practices some. He's
last time I saw him, he had a Nordic necklace on, and we talked about that.
Yep, absolutely. And he does. And he practices the sabbats. He always says he likes candle and stuff. He's less labor intensive. He believes, but he's like, yeah, I believe, but it doesn't mean I'm going to do a whole lot about it because he's just really busy with his Navy stuff. My two middle sons, PJ and Dustin, really are about, it's all about me. So that stuff, I think that's okay for now.
I think Dustin believes in a lot of it. He's just like, I don't really want to put any of the effort in at all. Yeah, because we'll talk about it when we do talk, and then I know he doesn't actually do anything though. But I mean, he's chasing girls and doing all that stuff.
And that's where they are. I'm trying to think when I decided I wanted to become spiritual again. It was probably after I had kids. And especially if you, my kids didn't grow up in that kind of environment though, but I know I did. I grew up with, my grandfather was extremely Catholic. Not to the point where I was annoyed with him for it because he was like the best person I ever met on the planet. Just as far as human being, he was the best person ever built.
Yeah.
But he would like literally drive wherever Jason and I, my brother and I were living at the time, or down at the cottage. He would drive to us to take us to Mass so that we always got to go to Mass.
See, Dad was very much like, you can do whatever you want. I'll take you to church if, like, I guess you ask me, but, like, I don't really want to go. Yeah. I was like, like, Dad's still Catholic, but he's just like, I really don't want to do any of that going and stuff. I was like, I understand. Yeah, I think it was me and Joey that we brought up to you, like, hey, like, stuff happens with ghosts and stuff, and what's going on, and can we learn about this? And then you were like, yay! And now we're like the only three that actually still practice.
Yeah, I know. It's Frankie does. When he's here, he'll join in and stuff. And like I said, I always tell him, Samhain's this day. Oh, is it? Okay, I'll get my candle out. Okay. All right. Candle. He says a little whatever the heck he says.
I have an offering in my freezer right now for Samhain. I had a rabbit that passed away from cancer, and he was great. And I was like, you know what? Before I bury him or anything, I was like, I'll lay him on the altar table like overnight and let him, because he'll be frozen, so it's not like he'll reek up my room.
Totally unrelated to the topic, but I'm so sleepy that when I saw my own hand, I thought it was a different hand.
It's a ghost!
Oh, Nicole. That's funny. Spirits. That's almost like when we were talking about meditation and you talk about what astral travel feels like. That's what it feels like. When you first start to get into meditation enough where you're starting to be able to astral travel, it feels like your hand is lifting out of your hand. So remember that feeling, because if you feel that again, that means you're meditating enough that you're starting to be able to get to that astral plane level.
I don't meditate. I suck at it, honestly. Like
Well, I have to say, there's a difference too. I bet you can meditate. We'll have to walk you through it. I am not good unless it's a guided meditation. I need that sound. I think partly because ADD.
Yeah.
I need that sound to carry me.
Yeah, that's how I am.
And some people are just the opposite. Some people don't cannot do a guided meditation because they're trying to figure out, did their voice sound funny? Does that, and then they're thinking about that, and they need a quiet meditation.
I will say, like, if I'm in the car, like on the bus ride here, I did get to meditate quite a bit because it's just, I was like, all right, I'm gonna zone out, and then it just time passed so quickly, especially on like, I was just like, oh, holy crap, like this one's already over. Okay, you can just.
And are you a person that can sleep better if you have, like, I use a rain app, or actually mine is thunderstorm, but
I need talking. Like I watch Frasier because that's like interesting but dull, so I can put that on and like.
I watch Buffy over and over and over.
Friends. I can quote Friends episodes by heart.
Yeah, I bet you I've seen Buffy a lot.
Yeah. I've never actually gotten to watch all the way through that yet. I know.
Buffy. And Angel. And
it's hard for me to get into new shows like at any point. Like I'm bad.
Netflix is evil. I don't know. Have you guys noticed? It is really hard to turn on Netflix now because there are so many shows that I saw the first Charmed episode and I loved it. I really do like it. The Netflix, there's so much on there that I literally have like 100 things on my list that I could watch, and by the time I figure out what I want to watch, I'm too tired to really watch it.
And then you just watch something you've seen a million times.
Yep. Because it'll take me 45 minutes to pick something, and then I'm like, I'm so tired, I just need to go to sleep. So Buffy, and then I'm it.
It's Netflix.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's awful. Brenda, I can have out-of-body experiences, but I can't actually travel anywhere.
That's how I am.
Well, that's the first step. So once you can do that out-of-body thing, usually at that point you need a guide, though. You need a guide to take you to the next step. If you can get your spirit body out of your this plane body, the next step is to have a guide that can then travel with you and get to a different plane.
That's how I am, though. Like, I can get out of my body and I can tell I am, and then it's like, go somewhere, and my body's like,
I'm good here.
I'm comfy. I'm like, all right.
It's funny, and Joey has talked about before, I would have thought being, able to communicate with that plane, that would have been easier. And he's talked about it, and he said, for him, it's more of he feels like he's going to lose his body. So he's like, I don't want to go too far because what if I can't find my way back? And I'm like,
I understand that.
Wow, no kidding.
I don't have that kind of connection with spirit. Mine is more, I'm good at the making them go away part. That's the part I like. In North Carolina, I did a lot of exorcisms for my friends, especially because they'd be like, hey, I heard you're pagan. So there's this like demon. And it ended up being like a really mild spirit. It was like knocking books over. And I'd be like, oh, scary demon.
That is not a demon.
But I have tons of exorcism stories from like, I went to what I assume had to be hell once by accident. That was terrible. We were exorcising this really strong spirit, and like, the very movie stereotypical things happen where like the table shakes, and I'm like, oh, very funny. Yeah. Let's get out. And I looked out the window. And this is broad daylight, like weird, because I had to do it before school. It's broad daylight, and I look out the window. It is pitch black. There's absolutely nothing. And I'm like, oh, no.
Okay, we're messing with something big here.
Yeah, I was like, okay, we're going to calmly let the house go to shit. Because we're going to leave. I'm going to go, and we're going to call someone else to handle this. Because I have, like, salt and sage, and that does it for most, like, basic and negative energies. But this one I was like, no. And the second I blew out my candles, said thank you, put my salt away, and it literally felt like the house dropped and all the lights came back on. Wow. And I was like, okay, so we're gonna get the fuck out right now. Yeah. And I guess she ended up calling in like a 65-year-old crone pagan priestess to come do it, and even she struggled, she told me. Wow. And I was like, okay, so it wasn't just I'm bad at this. But I'm better at the communicating the get out part. Yeah. I'm like, thank you for being here. We don't really actually need you here, so here's how to transition. I'm like,
here you go.
Yeah, here you go. And if they're stubborn, I'm good at that. I said transition. I said get out, please. But I'm not the talking. The only time I ever really hear them is when it's the very stereotypical, like, you get out of my house. No, you get out of my house. You. No, back and forth. Back you. No, you. So yep. I'm just adjusting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you want to go grab Med for a minute?
Should we?
We can say hello to the cutest baby on the planet.
Thanks. I made her myself.
She is just the cutest thing.
Oh, yes.
Brenda, I dream about flying, but I'm afraid of heights, so I fly low so I don't freak out, which is probably why I don't do it. Yep, that could be Brenda for sure. Yep. What channel do you see the Charmed on? Is on the CW. Whatever your CW is, it's the same channel as Supernatural. It's that channel is the one that has Charmed. Which
She's very tired and she has Joey's remote.
Hello, my sweet pea. Hi. Hi. Can you say hello? There's lots of people watching us. Say
see the baby?
hi. Who's the baby up there? You just combined two of us in one conversation. I did, Brenda. I'm sorry. Oh, I did. Marcia and Brenda both. Sorry. Hi. Say hi. Who's that baby? Who's this right here? Who's this? Do you see that baby? Look at, she's up there too. Say hi. Say hi. Who is she? Is she adorable?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, she is. She is. She has a remote, which is like.
Hi. Good job.
Hi. That's right.
This is my little. Hi.
Yeah.
This is my little pagan in training.
Yes, that's right. Absolutely. Whatever it is, for sure.
Oh, yes.
Mwah.
And she loves talking.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna touch that? So yeah. If I can't read your things anymore, say Brenda. Brenda says, "Say Brenda."
Hi. She said hi really loud.
Say Brenda.
She's like,
yeah,
oh,
I can do that. What of it?
Very stubborn. Can't imagine where she gets it from.
Yeah, me neither.
We have no idea. When she starts collecting rocks at an early age, we'll have no idea where that came from either.
Yes. Mwah.
But
Cutie.
she is being raised pagan, and we're doing as much as we can to make sure she's not pressured, but she still has the path if she wants it, and she's gonna knock over the tripod. Oh, all right. Yep.
There's not much over there. It's garbage. It's just paper garbage. So.
Yay!
Yes, you knocked the garbage over.
Yay!
Yes, that's right.
Oh, there's
Oh,
stairs.
stairs that way. Yeah.
Oh, hey. No.
All right, guys. So she isn't she precious? She is like the cutest damn thing ever. So I'm really hoping that we can get them to move up this way very soon.
Look, I did a thing.
Yay! There she is.
Kind of.
We like it. Yay!
Yeah, but we're trying to figure out a compromise.
Yeah. We'll see, huh?
But if you have any questions about raising a baby pagan, what's your favorite
Absolutely.
part?
Yay!
What's your favorite part about being
And the
pagan?
fabric hamper, that's right. Yes,
Yep.
she was. Yay! We love it. Yay!
You're gonna need
It's. I would think too. I don't know. Again, I wasn't pagan when mine were real little, right? Yeah. But I would think it would be hard. I'd have to think about it, I guess, with the cats. But it would be hard because with candles and fire and stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta think about the cats, but she's way worse than the kitties.
Yeah, she will try and take candles if you're not paying attention. So most of the time what I do is circles don't necessarily have to be flat. So I will do mine so half of it's up against a wall and I'll put the candle up so she can't grab it. But I still have a complete circle. The hard part with that is the salt. Because then I have to put salt on my wall. So I'll take double-sided tape and just go up and then do the rest of the salt circle down there.
Yes, I agree. For sure. Yes.
And she's got a little witchy name too.
Yes. And I was gonna say, this is the other thing I was gonna say is you could always use battery powered ones. You don't actually have to have real fire,
Yeah,
as long as
that's
it's a
also
representation of fire.
Well, now that you gave me that representation of fire as in a rock, that'll probably be a lot easier. She will break circles pretty constantly, so a lot of times I'll do them when she's asleep, or I'll put her in her pack and play, and I'll put it next to me and do it around her then.
Yep.
She's going to throw stuff
Those are
off
my
the
glasses.
table because she's also a terror.
Yes,
because she
yes.
is still a
Say,
baby.
I am a toddler. Hello.
You should do a tarot card reading for her at some point before we go.
Yes,
She's
I
good at that.
will.
She's very, very water affiliated. She is very drawn towards water. She has no fear when it comes to bath time, nothing like that. Never has. She will seek out water as much as he can, and I mean, I've caught her in my little scrying tubs before, like drinking them. I'm like, that's not for you.
Hey.
Yeah, she just wants to throw all of the books.
I have
on
my
the ground.
kids' books, for Samhain out because I'm doing a story time series for Pagan Samhain stories. So you can have Aunt Jenny read to her. It's up on my channel. And she's just picking out which ones she doesn't want and putting them all on the floor.
She's great.
Yes, she is. That one, you specifically, not that one?
Not that one.
Okay.
She's very particular.
Yes. Yes,
Stop
I know.
She does love, we don't have any crystal shops that I've found close to us yet, but I'm sure once we find one, she'll absolutely love that. She does have affinity for animals as well. She absolutely loves, she has a familiar already. His name is Archibald. He's a cat. Every time we do circles, he's always with her. Hubbles with me, who's my cat. He sleeps with her. He brings her offerings. He will catch things and specifically bring them to her. You don't have to send me any crystals. I'm slowly rebuilding. It's just we were in a very bad situation a couple months ago, and unfortunately I had to leave everything behind and get out of there really fast. But I will rebuild eventually, and I'm sure especially if I move here, then that won't even be a thought of an issue. Ned, are you just throwing stuff out?
Yeah, just cause.
Just
it's
cause.
all right. Cause I want to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ned, why don't you come sit up here? Come here.
Yeah.
All right. And now the channel is run by Meta. You can ask her questions.
Yay!
She's
Meta
decided
runs it.
Whew.
You scared me with that table, girl.
I know. Should I go give her back to Nick while we continue, or we?
Yeah. How long have we been on, guys? How are we doing? 40 minutes. Whew! It goes so fast when we're on. Yes, it does. It goes so fast. It does. It goes so. Who's that baby on there? Who is it?
She loves books.
Yay!
But the only thing I'm worried about is when she can start talking. The whole like, "Mommy, this boy in the closet told me to play with him, and there's no boy there." I'm like, is this like imagination, or like, do we actually have a spirit in the house, and we're gonna have to like be wary?
And I'll be curious to see how you do that because Joey was like that for me because he started with the night terrors before he could talk.
Yeah, she has night terrors really, really bad. You can ask Aunt Jenny. I can't leave her alone with anybody overnight because she gets up 4 to 6 times a night with just awful, awful night terrors. We've tried doing all kinds of cleanses. We've tried even, we've gone to medical professionals to see. Nobody can figure out why she has them. No religious figures can figure out why she has them. She just has them, and she's had them since she was a newborn. So there's absolutely no reason. And I honestly think it's got to be something with spirit or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, keep in mind that. Oh, no. Now I don't know how you did that. Oh, no. Wait.
She zoomed
in. Wait. How did you do that? Stop. Wait.
Nick!
I don't know how you did that. Stop.
Nick!
I'll never be able to see anything again on my computer.
Nicholas!
How did you do that? Is there a button?
I'm trying to get her to
How did you do that? You little genius, you.
Nick!
What in the world? I have no idea. Wait, am I doing it? No, not yes, no. I don't know. No, not really. All right, I'm totally lost, guys. Hold on.
Ned somehow zoomed in on the computer. Now you can't see anything.
Is there a minus sign? I'm so lost. We'll have to have Nick come and help us eventually. All right. So I think, hold on. My family, Sue says, my family loves it on Pagan, and my hubby family same, my friends too. I think I'm a lucky witch. Mind you, they do say I'm the strange one. Well, of course. You can't be a witch and not be the strange one,
exactly.
Sue. Come on. Everyone thinks I'm the strange one too in my family.
You're the black salted sheep of the family.
That's right. Absolutely. For sure.
Oh, yes.
And you weren't, but then, you know, you went and had a kid and
No.
all that stuff. Now you're just the best me.
I know. Well, not quite. I would like to say my hoarding of witchy things is not done nearly as
you haven't
far.
stayed one place long enough yet.
She's going to drink a candle now.
It's not going to taste very good, but, you know,
thirsty?
good luck.
She just really wants to do an offering, I'm sure.
All right, guys, I'm going to let you go for tonight. Tomorrow we'll get back to shadow work, and it may be the last one or the second to last one for shadow work. We'll see.
And I will try and come on at least one more time.
Yes, I would like to have Eliza back, and she leaves, when do you leave? The
27th.
27th. So that is Saturday?
Yeah.
Next Saturday.
But Saturday at night.
At night. Okay.
I leave at night, so.
All right, so we will try to have her back. So if there's anything you didn't get to ask that you want to ask, you know, either put it on the Facebook page or you're so funny. Or put it on the comments here and we'll answer it next time, okay? So I hope your guys' weekend went great.
Yes.
Start the week off with a good blessing and whatever that was.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to hang out.
Okay? Say bye-bye.
Say blessings be. Bye-bye.
Mwah. Mwah. You're so cute. Bye, guys. Have a good night.